Good morning, dear students. Once again, welcome to our English 2 classes for class 6. Today, we'll be starting lesson 15, The Happy Prince. Okay, but before we start, I'll tell you that lesson 14, that is a poem, a boy's song, we'll be studying in January, okay, after winter vacation. I'm starting this chapter because before winter vacation we'll be getting 2 periods, so in 2 periods we'll be able to complete this lesson. Okay, so we'll start this lesson 15, The Happy Prince. And tell me one thing, you people have completed the question answers or not of the last chapter, that was lesson 13. I hope you people have completed the work. Okay, so today we'll start this chapter, The Happy Prince. This story is written by Oscar Wilde. He was a very famous writer, story writer, okay, poet also. He has written many stories for children, okay, and you must have read this story also before. I guess many of you have read it. Okay, it's a very interesting short story for children. So we'll start this lesson. This lesson, if you will see, it is full of pictures. Okay, just like what? Just like a comics. You must be reading comics also, isn't it? Of different comic characters are there. Chacha Chaudhary. Okay, many are there. I have read many comics when I was a small child. You must have also read it. Okay, so this lesson. The Happy Prince, that is given in the form of a comics. Okay, that is why here so many pictures are given, and the pictures you will see it has a dialogue box like this. Okay, some character is given there, and when the character is saying something, it is written in a dialogue box. Okay, you can see here in the pictures. Okay, so when our character is saying something, that is shown in a dialogue box. Okay, so it is in the form of a comics. Okay, it's a very interesting story. We'll study now. Okay, it's a very simple one and very easy. We'll be able to finish it. Okay, so here the story starts like this. You can see here on page 112. High above the city on a tall column stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was gilded all over with thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes he had 2 bright sapphires, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. Okay, so here you can see it's a picture of a statue. Okay, high above the city. Okay, on a high platform in the city, in the center of the city, on a tall column. Tall column means on a high platform. You can see here, picture is given here. There was a statue of the Happy Prince, and his whole body, the body of the statue, that was gilded. Gilded means here it is covered thinly with gold leaf. That means the statue was covered fully with gold layering. Okay, there was a gold painting on the body of this statue. And you can see in the picture also, it's not very clear, but in the eyes of the statue there were fine, this 2 bright sapphires were there. Sapphire, what is a sapphire? Sapphire, it's a kind of stone, very costly, very precious stones. Okay, 2 sapphires were there, stones, okay, were there on the eyes of the statue. And a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. And you can see he is holding a sword also, and on the hilt, sword hilt means the top, the handle of the sword. Okay, on the handle of the sword there was a red ruby. Ruby is also a very precious stone, very costly. Okay, so it was shining. Okay, so the eyes had 2 sapphires, a precious stone. Okay, that is blue color, and the red color ruby was there, precious stone, that is also a precious stone. He was very admired indeed. Okay, so the statue was so beautiful that it was admired by everyone. Every people, whoever had seen that, they feel very happy to see the statue of this Happy Prince. Now here we see the people are talking. He is as beautiful as a weathercock, only not quite so useful. One of the man says that the statue of the prince is very beautiful, just like a weathercock. Do you know what is a weathercock? You must have seen in some houses, old places. There is a pole on above that there will be a cock made, and the direction are shown with that, like this. And here a cock is made, okay, like this. Okay, this is the weathercock. When the wind is blowing, this cock is moving in different direction, showing the direction. Okay, but this man is saying it is just very beautiful, just like a weathercock, but it has no use. The statue has no use at all. Then the next man says, I am glad there is someone in the world who is quite happy. And the other man says that doesn't matter. He is happy because at least someone is there in this world who is very happy. That means the statue, because statue is just a statue, he has no emotion. The expression of the statue says that he is very happy. Why can't you be like the happy prince? The happy prince never dreams of crying for anything. Then the third man says that why you people cannot be happy just like this happy prince? Because the happy prince, he never dreams of crying, okay, because it's a statue, he cannot think or feel, okay, so they are thinking just like he is a statue. One night a little swallow flew over the city. His friends had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks ago. Where shall I put up? Okay, so this way, one night a little swallow. What is a swallow? It's a kind of small bird. Okay, so the swallow flew over the city. It was flying over the city, and because he was going to Egypt, his other friends, they had already flew. Okay, they had already flown to Egypt 6 weeks before only. But this swallow was left behind. So he was also going to that direction. Where shall I put up? So the bird is saying to itself that where shall he take rest, because it was night. So he needed a place, he needed a shelter to rest for the night. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. I will put up here, it's a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. Then the swallow, the small swallow, saw the statue of the prince, that it is on a high platform. Then he thought that this is a better place. It's a nice place, he can take rest there because it's a very tall place. He will get fresh air also. So he alighted. Alighted means land or settle on something. So he was flying. So he came down to this under the statue. So at the feet of the happy prince, he settled down. He prepared to go to sleep, but just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. So he was very happy that the bird was happy that he got a place to sleep for that night. So he was settling down, he was about to sleep, but suddenly what happened? A drop of water fell on his wing. Okay, he was going to sleep, he was just putting his wings over his head, putting his head under his wing, and then a large drop of water fell on his head. What a curious thing! There is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright, and yet it is raining. The climate is the north of Europe is really dreadful. Now the bird swallow was very surprised. He is saying that what a strange thing it is, because there is not a single cloud on the sky. He says that he looked up here and there, and then he found there is not a single cloud in the sky. Then how come this water drop fell on his head? The sky is very clear and bright, and still it is raining. Then he said to himself, the climate, the weather of North Europe is very dreadful, very bad, because it looks very clean, everything, fresh air is blowing, no cloud, and still it is rain. Then another drop fell. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? I must look for a good chimney pot. And he determined to fly. Okay. Then another drop fell on his head. Then the bird, he says to itself that what is the use of taking shelter under a big statue when it cannot give a shelter, because continuously water was falling on its head, water drops were there. So he decided that he should go and search some other shelter. Better he should get a chimney pot. Okay. Chimney pot, it's a hole in the houses where the birds can take shelter. It is meant for smoke to come out from the kitchen or the house. So the bird thought he would get shelter in some chimney pot. And he determined. Determined means he decided. Okay, here it's given decided. He decided that he would fly away from there. But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell. And he looked up and saw. What did he see? The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. Now, the bird, he had just opened his wings because he had covered his wings for the head. Okay? So when he removed his wings and he was about to fly, but when he looked up, what did he see there? He saw a very strange thing. The statue under which he was taking shelter, he saw the happy prince was crying. Tears were rolling down from the eyes of the statue. And the face of the happy prince was so beautiful in the moonlight, and he saw the beautiful happy prince, he was crying. And then the swallow was filled with pity. He had sympathy with the statue. Then he flew to the statue and he is asking, "Who are you?" "I am the happy prince." Then the swallow asked to the statue that, "Who are you?" Then the statue replied that he is a happy prince. "Why are you weeping then? You have quite drenched me." Then the bird asked the happy prince that if you are a happy prince, then why are you crying? Because you have already drenched me. Drenched means got wet, because the statue was crying, and with the drops of the tears, the bird was fully wet. "When I was alive and had a human heart, I did not know what tears were, for I lived in the palace of Sanssouci, where sorrow is not allowed to enter. In the daytime I played with my companions in the garden, and in the evening I led the dance in the great hall. Round the garden ran a very lofty wall, but I never cared to ask what lay beyond it. Everything about me was so beautiful." Now the statue is telling that when he was alive, when he was a human being, he was alive and he had a human heart, he did not know that what tears were. He never knew what is crying, what is tear. Okay, because he lived in a palace of Sanssouci. Okay, it's the name of a place. He lived in the palace where sorrow was not allowed. Okay, means nobody had seen sadness, unhappiness, sorrow inside the palace. Okay, and during the daytime, full time he played with his companions in the palace, in the garden, and in the evening there were dances were there in the great hall. So he had enjoyed a very luxurious life. He had never known what sorrow is, because around the garden there was a lofty wall. What is wall? Lofty means a huge wall. Okay, there was a very high wall was there around the garden. So, and he never cared about, he never wanted to know what is outside the wall, that how the people are living outside this palace. He never cared for that. and everything about me was so beautiful. So whatever was inside the wall, it was all good. Everything was fine, good, happy. Okay. My courtiers called me the happy prince, and happy indeed I was, if pleasure be happiness. So I lived and so I died, and now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high that I can see all the ugliness and all the misery of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I cannot choose but weep. Now he says that his courtiers, okay, the people working in the palace, they called him the happy prince because he was always happy. He never knew what is sadness. He had everything good in the palace. So he was happy, and pleasure be happiness. If the pleasure, whatever he was enjoying, that was happiness only. So all his life he was happy, and so I died. Okay, all throughout his life he was very happy, and then he died also. And now he is saying, now when he is dead, people had made a statue of the happy prince on a very high platform. Okay, and from this high platform he can see all around the city that whatever is going on. And now he is able to see what is happening all around in the city, all the ugliness, sadness, everything he can see from the height of that platform. He can see the people are suffering, people are crying, some are very poor, suffering, diseases, so many things. And he says that, the statue is saying, though his heart, because the statue is made up of lead, okay, it is made up of a lead, it's a kind of metal, okay. His heart is made of lead only, but still he cannot control his emotions, feelings by seeing the sadness all around in the city. That is why he is crying. Far away in a little street, there is a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and worn, and she has coarse red hands all pricked by the needle, for she is seamstress. In a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. His mother has nothing to give him but river water. So he is crying, swallow, swallow, little swallow. Will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt? Now again this statue is saying, far away he could see everything in the city. So he saw that in a far away, in a small house, poor house, he could see through the open window. The window is open. So through that window he could see that there is a lady sitting beside the table. Beside the table a woman was sitting, and her face is very thin and worn. Worn means tired out. She is very tired of working, and she has coarse red hands. What is coarse means? Very rough. Her hands are rough and all pricked, means needles are pricked in his finger, because in her finger, because she is a seamstress. What is a seamstress? A lady who stitches clothes, okay, tailor, but tailor is used for the man. When a woman is doing the same thing, it is known as seamstress, okay, female tailor, okay. So because of continuous work, she is very tired. Her fingers are pricked everywhere because of the needle, and her face is very tired, very thin, and this scene the prince can see from far above on the platform. And in a bed in the corner of the room, and there is a bed in the corner of the room, and there who was there? There was her son, little boy who was lying ill. And the mother, the lady, has nothing to give, only the river water to feed her. She has nothing to give to this sick boy for eating. She is very poor. So he is crying, and the boy is crying. Now the prince is saying to the bird, swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt? Now the statue is requesting the swallow that swallow, can you do me a favor? Take out this ruby out of my sword hilt. From the sword handle you take out the ruby. And now next page we see what he is saying. I have to leave for Egypt. Okay, so the statue told to take out the ruby from the sword hilt and give it to the woman who is working hard to earn something. You go and give this ruby to the lady. But the swallow replied that he had to go where? He was going to Egypt, so he has to leave for there. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not stay with me for one night and be my messenger? The boy is so thirsty and the mother so sad. Now the happy prince is saying, swallow, swallow, now he is again requesting, swallow, swallow, will you not stay? Will you stay with me for one night? After that you can go. You stay here for one night and be my messenger. You can give my message. Message means that ruby to that lady, because the boy is very thirsty and the mother is very sad. But the happy prince looked so sad that the little swallow was sorry. Now the swallow, the bird is saying, I don't think I like boys. Last summer when I was staying on the river, there were two rude boys, the miller's sons, who were always throwing stones at me. They never hit me, of course. We swallows fly far too well for that. And besides, I come of a family famous for its agility. But still it was a mark of disrespect. It is very cold here, but I will stay with you for one night and be your messenger. Now, the bird, the swallow is saying that he thinks that he doesn't like the boys because he had a very bad experience with the boys. Now, the bird swallow is telling one experience that the last summer he was staying beside a river. And there was a miller family. Miller means, what is a miller? A person who owns or works in a corn mill. Okay? The person who is working in a mill or owns a mill, that he is known as miller. So, beside the river there was a miller family and he had two sons. And these two boys, what they used to do? They always used to throw stones on the bird. And the bird says, the swallow says, though he never got hit by the stones because he had a quality. Agility means to quickly move or fly away. The bird says that he had a quality of flying away quickly from any place. That is why he never got hit by the stones. But the swallow says it was a mark of disrespect. He was very disappointed with those boys. That is why he never liked the boys. So after listening this incident, the happy prince was very sad for the swallow. But still swallow says, it is very cold here, but I will stay with you for one night and be your messenger. Then the swallow says, okay, it is very cold here, but still I will wait for you here for one more night, so that he can go and give the ruby to the lady. So the swallow picked out the great ruby from the prince's sword and flew away with it in his beak over the roofs of the town. Okay? So the swallow, it took out the ruby from the sword hilt and then flew over the town. Okay, and flew over the town and the city, and then he reached to the town of the this roof of the house. At last he came to the poor house and looked in. The boy was tossing feverishly on his bed, and the mother had fallen asleep. She was so tired. He hopped and laid the great ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. Then he flew gently round the bed, fanning the boy's forehead with his wings. Now, after flying over the roofs of the town, the bird swallow, it reached the poor lady's house. and then he looked in, and the boy was tossing. Tossing means the boy was shivering, okay, shaking because of the fever. Okay, he had fever, and the mother also, she was so tired that she fell asleep beside the boy. She was so tired, so she fell there itself. Then the bird, the swallow, he hopped in the room, and then he laid the ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. What is thimble? Thimble, it's a metal covering, okay, a small metal or plastic cap with a closed end to protect the finger and push the needle and swing. There is a covering coming, okay, a cover to be used, to be worn during the time when tailors are sewing something, so that needle should not prick in the finger, okay. So it was kept on the table. Beside that, the bird swallow kept the stone there, and then gently flew away from there. He flew over the bed so that he could give air to the boy's forehead. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done. Okay. Now, after doing this work, the bird, it came back to the happy prince, and there he told the whole story. It is curious, but I feel quite warm now, although it is so cold. The swallow says that though it is very cold outside, but now I am feeling very warm. And the happy prince replied, that is because you have done a good deed. And the happy prince, the statue, told, you are feeling warm because you have helped someone. You have done a good work. And the little swallow began to think, and then he fell asleep. Thinking always made him sleepy. Now the little swallow, he was thinking, and then he fell asleep. Because whenever he thinks something, he falls asleep. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, far away across the city, I see a young man in a garret. He is trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre. But he is too cold to ride any more. There is no fire in the grate, and hunger has made him faint. In the square below, okay. Now again the happy prince, he saw something. So he is talking to the bird, swallow, swallow, across the city, means at the end of the city, far away in the city, there is a young man in the garret. Garret, what is garret? Attic room, okay. At the top of the house, there is a small room that is known as garret. So there is a man in a garret, and he is writing something. He is trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre. He is writing some play, some story for the play for some director. But it is too cold, okay, but he is too cold to write any more. It was very cold, so he was unable to write anything. And he could see there is no grate also to make fire there. Grate is a place in the house where people can burn woods to get fire. Okay, so he says there is no place, there are no woods to fire also. So he is feeling cold. And he is almost about to faint. He is hungry also. In the square below, there stands a little match girl. She has let her matches fall in the gutter, and they are all spoiled. Her father will beat her if she does not bring home some money, and she is crying. Pluck out the sapphires in my eyes and give one to the writer and the other to the match girl. And then the happy prince saw another place at the square. Square means chauraha also we can say. The place where the two roads cross each other. Okay, there is a little girl. She has match boxes to sell. But all the match boxes had fell down in the gutter, in the sewage water. Okay, so everything is spoiled. And definitely that girl would get scold from her father if she won't sell the match boxes and would earn some money. Okay, so that is why that girl was crying. Then the happy prince told to the swallow to pluck out the sapphires in my eyes and give one to the writer and the other to the match girl. Then the happy prince told to take out both the sapphires, the blue stones, from his eyes and give to whom? One to the small girl and the other to the man who is writing the play. Okay. So for today we'll study till here. I hope you all have understood the story till here. It's very easy. Okay. Read the story again and understand it. Okay. Next period we'll continue the complete story. Okay. I'll be uploading some question answers today. So you people complete those question answers and word meanings and write in your classwork copy. Okay. Goodbye.